Welcome to The Deep Dive, your weekly cultural journey into the new world of tokenized art. Artists, people, businessmen, politics. It's the place to be.
Virtual reality.
Non-fungible token.
I'm going to Disney World!
Metaverse.
NFT.
Who, how, when, why. We'll tell you everything in The Deep Dive. But this week, let's pause for a moment to quietly reflect. Who are we? Where do we come from? Where are we going? Who is Satoshi Nakamoto? Are we alone in the universe? Who's behind the nickname Satoshi Nakamoto? Is there a god? Is Satoshi Nakamoto a person? Indeed, if there are unanswered questions in this world, the identity of the mysterious inventor of Bitcoin is without a doubt the metaphysical question we are most likely to answer. And just like every time Bitcoin passes a new milestone or breaks a record as it did last week, the appeal of the mysterious mastermind of the first cryptocurrency gets a boost.
Who is Satoshi Nakamoto?
Who is Satoshi?
Who do you think is Satoshi Nakamoto?
Who is Satoshi Nakamoto?
Okay, well, it's true. We're not going to reveal to you today who is hiding behind this famous pseudonym, but we are going to answer the following question. Why is the identity of Satoshi Nakamoto so fascinating?
Okay, then, let's do it.
So for those of you in the back who haven't been following, Satoshi Nakamoto is the person or people behind the creation of Bitcoin and the blockchain, the technology behind it. And to keep it simple, today we'll assume that it's one and the same person, male, Satoshi being a male Japanese first name.
Satoshi.
A little background. At the end of 2008, Satoshi Nakamoto published the world's most famous white paper, Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, and launched the first Bitcoin software in early 2009 with the help of a few developers with whom he had no physical contact and with whom he communicated only by email.
How is it possible to work so closely with people and nevertheless not know anything about their fundamental identity?
A few days later, Satoshi mined the first block himself, therefore launching the Bitcoin adventure.
You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
For a year and a half, he posted regularly on the BitcoinTalk.org forum to improve the program, before transferring responsibility for the project to a third party and disappearing completely from the scene at the end of 2010, never to be heard from again.
Where is he?
Fast forward to today. Bitcoin has exploded and launched many cryptocurrencies in its wake, and still no news from Satoshi Nakamoto.
Nakamoto did do a very good job of covering his tracks.
And you only need to type "Who is Satoshi Nakamoto" on YouTube or Google to realize the interest that this mysterious character generates. Hundreds of articles and videos, from the most far-fetched to the most well-documented reports, abound on the net to try to demonstrate or debunk all sorts of theories.
In Satoshi's white paper, every sentence is followed by two spaces.
And to understand why finding out who is behind Satoshi Nakamoto feeds these fantasies, it's because we're looking for an unusual man.
Although I actually think it doesn't hurt Bitcoin that we have this interesting creation myth of, mysterious founder.
And in our composite profile, we're looking for a mathematical genius, able to find a solution to the problems of double payment. This already knocks out a lot of people. Our candidate is also gifted in cryptography, a field generally reserved for the army and espionage. Other characteristics. The profile we're looking for is solid in economic sciences and has the distinctive ability to code in C++, a highly complex computer language. So in other words, a rare pearl. But what tickles the curiosity is that, to date, Satoshi Nakamoto has an estimated fortune of more than $60 billion in Bitcoin and is one of the top 20 richest people in the world. And he has never spent a single cent of this fortune. In 2014, Newsweek thought it had solved the mystery by publishing a long story and going to the residence of an American engineer named Dorian Satoshi Nakamoto.
The main reason I'm here is to clear my name that I have nothing to do with Bitcoin.
Long story short, it wasn't him at all. And Newsweek had embarrassed this poor man who didn't ask for anything.
I never worked for the company. I don't know any people there.
In 2016, billionaire computer scientist Craig Wright had claimed in front of the BBC cameras to be Satoshi Nakamoto and threatened to sue anyone who questioned him.
So you're going to show me that Satoshi Nakamoto is you?
Yes.
Long story short, that wasn't him either.
Some people will believe, some people won't. And to tell you the truth,
I don't really care.
Despite their anecdotal aspect, these events are symptomatic of the need for an answer to the question of Satoshi Nakamoto's real identity, and of what it means to be on his trail, to do or say anything.
None of it's true.
Over the years, the Satoshi Nakamoto figure, if I can put it that way, has become a pop and cultural object in its own right. Many music albums have his name. An NFT representing him was sold for $350,000 last week, and as we've already seen, a bust of him was just erected in Budapest.
We are all Satoshi.
By being a non-personified icon, Satoshi has become untouchable, so mythical that it is physically impossible for anyone to embody him.
I don't think it was done on purpose. I don't think Satoshi meant to create some interesting creation myth.
If we had indisputable proof that such and such a person is hiding behind the famous avatar, we could not resign ourselves to accept it. For although we are all Satoshi, no one can claim to personify him. Well, the deep dive is over for today. See you next week for a new dive into the tokenized world.